Hey guys, Wade with Expert Hunting. Today I'm going to do a quick little video on AR-15 maintenance because this question comes up quite often. Now I have my favorite 6 ARC in here. This is a 14.5 6 ARC in here, and I need to do a little bit of maintenance on it because it's getting close to that time. I shoot quite often, so this is something that I just have to do quite often. Now, we get lots of questions constantly about new AR-15 owners and suppress and everything else. And I'm just going to start out the video by saying these couple key things. One, if you can get a flow-through style suppressor, your maintenance schedule won't have to be as often, and you won't run into some of these problems you will find with a traditional style suppressor, meaning a non-flow-through style suppressor. Now, I know I've been kind of hard on flow-through style suppressors in the past, but the Huxworks 762 Ti has changed my mind quite a bit on that. And if you are interested in a podcast about that, the Texas Predator Hunting Podcast here on YouTube or anywhere they're available, we've talked about it. Now, like I said, traditional style suppressors, you're going to need to maintenance this more often. Now, what I do myself is anytime I go out and use the rifle, meaning I shoot once, shoot twice, 3 times, pigs, whatever the case may be, a little range trip, I go ahead and pull the boat carrier, the charge handle out, and I wipe them down with these CLP wipes from Real Avid. Super handy. I really like these. And then I'll go ahead and clean out the receiver itself, check the trigger, see if I need to oil the springs or anything like that. Just quick look at everything. Check the bolt carrier for cracks. 6 ARCs like to crack bolt carriers, even though I haven't seen it myself. I don't run mine super hard, but I do have quite a few rounds through most of them. Anyways, that's what I do after almost every use. It doesn't take that long, and it keeps my hands on the rifle platform, checking for any issues that may occur, and it makes sure that my platform stays running. Now, once I've put about 100 rounds down the barrel, and that's going to be caliber and suppressor dependent, because different suppressors, we've already covered that, and different calibers are going to require more cleaning than others. Once I put about 100 rounds down my 6 ARC, I'll go ahead and clean the barrel. Now, what I'll do is I'll pull the boat carrier, pull the charge handle, clean the receiver set, clean the trigger, clean the mag well, clean my magazine. And then I'll push patches through the barrel. I use this foaming bore stuff right here from Real Avid once again. And then I'll push nylon brush a couple times, and I'll push patches till the patches are clean, and then I'll clean the chamber. That's another big problem spot, especially when running a standard normal suppressor, is it puts a lot of gunk back into the system and your chamber gets super dirty. Now, a couple problems could arise out of that is getting rounds stuck, and I get this question quite often. And it doesn't matter if it's our ammo, out ammunitions, or factory ammo. When you're running a traditional style suppressor, especially on 6.5 Grendels, 6 ARCs, some of the 224 Valkyries, a much dirtier system, larger powder capacity is going to put more gunk back in it, especially if you're running factory ammo. It's very dirty. You're going to get a dirty chamber, and you're eventually going to stick around. Now, there's nothing wrong with the ammo typically. It's a issue within the suppressed AR-15 itself. So what you're going to want to do is clean that chamber out. Now, I'm not going to get into tools and gadgets and everything else. There's tons of stuff out there. But clean the chamber out very well. And then once a year, I completely disassemble the rifle and do a deep clean. Now, that's kind of my cleaning procedure. I know it's probably more cleaning what most people want to do. But if you want your system to stay running, keep it clean. Now, a lot of people are like, just pour more oil on it and go with it. The problem with that, where we live, out in the sand and dust and everything else, is we run everything pretty dry. Now, I will leave the residue from the CLP wipes on my boat carrier, but everything else, I don't lubricate anything because that attracts more dust. More dust attracts more gunk, and you can see how this becomes even more of an issue once you decide to do a much deeper clean. In turn, it causes us to have a more regular cleaning schedule. So it's a little, it's a little bit of pros and cons there, but I'd much rather running a lot drier because I've seen the results of running it wet, as they say, on a AR-15 suppressed platform. And again, if you're going to run a traditional style suppressor, just remember, especially during the winter, if you fire around, an extreme heat is happening, and then an extreme cool is happening, especially if you're hunting outdoors. Now, when it auto-loads the next round in there, that round has the potential to go ahead and tarnish up and get kind of stuck in the chamber. So just keep in mind, especially running a traditional style suppressor on an AR-15 platform, that when that tarnish event happens on a dirty chamber, this round probably will get stuck. Now, don't fret. The best thing you can do is either One, don't extract it. If you know it's going to get stuck, just fire it at a target. Or two, immediately extract it after you fired the last round, before it gets that extreme cool down in the condensation and the tarnish and everything else. Both options are fine. If you do get one stuck, it's, again, not a huge problem. Pull the case out, clean your rifle, get all that extra powder and everything else. It's really not the ammo's fault. It's usually a cleaning regimen situation as compared, when it comes to these traditional suppressor AR-15 platforms. And it just get better at maintaining your rifle, and everything's going to be just fine. And just know, traditional style suppressors are super dirty on your platform, and we can get into different stuff in different videos, maybe a full podcast on directed pin versus piston and suppressors and everything else on cleaning regimens. Let us know in the comments. And that's pretty much it for this video. Just keep your gun clean and it'll run fine most of the time.